Hey, what's up, guys? This is Pastor Rickey, student pastor at GT Church, and you just heard what's up from my boy Emmett. He's amazing, by the way. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to shoot this video live, and we don't know if anybody will even be around live, but it's also just to try something out. Typically around this time on Thursdays, we'll try to be here live so that you guys can comment and like and share and ask questions along the way. We got somebody amazing behind the camera, Robert Betzer, the amazing musician. But today we wanted to talk about grace. I'm sorry, not grace, but shame. Grace will be included, right? But ultimately, we wanted to give this more of a natural feel, how our lives are, what we go through, what we deal with. And before we get started, one, we want to give honor to God and thank Him so much for just giving us the opportunity to do and speak to you guys every week. And then two, we want to thank GT Church. GT Church is led by God, through Pastor Matt, with amazing staff and amazing volunteers who make happen everything we need to happen in order for us to get where we need to go to, and accomplish things we need to accomplish in our community. We're all about community and discipleship, so please, if you have questions, don't hesitate to go to our website or give us a call. But anyway, man, shame is crazy.
For sure.
It's one of those things that can mess you up, if you allow it to stay so settled in you, you know what I mean? And so a lot of times what I'm hoping for, not a lot of times, but what I'm hoping for in this video is for you guys to go from a state of understanding that shame can be used as a fuel and not as a suppressant. It can be used to push you once you understand the power of grace and how it can take you out of shame. I know personally, I've walked in so much shame before. It was crazy. Shame can demoralize your existence. It can demoralize how you feel and who you are. And ultimately it causes this sense of guilt that you walk into. I've been addicted to things before. I've messed up finances. I've messed up relationships. I've messed up business opportunities and relationships. After so many mess ups, you start to feel like that's who you are. And so you saturate yourself in this shame, and you're like, dude, that's just how I talk. This is who I am, and I'm never going to be anything. And you know what I mean? And it's just constantly, you just walk in that. And it's just, so anyway, we're hoping today that we can talk about shame with you guys, and then ultimately you transform and go into understanding the power of grace.
For sure, man. Like you said, I've really walked in a lot of shame too. I had a pretty rocky past, high school, even into my early 20s. I wasn't, definitely wasn't walking the Christian life. I was out partying, doing a lot of stuff I shouldn't be doing. So, and I was just raised around that type of life, and I was just accustomed to that. That's who I was, who I thought I was.
Yeah.
But once I really decided to take that leap to get to know Jesus and do that walk and start that relationship, shame really, I struggled with that. It fought against me.
Yeah.
It was who are you, bro? You've been out here wilding.
Doing whatever.
Who are you to think that you can walk this Christian life? You really think you can do this? And then also, you really think people are going to believe that you're going to do this? They're just going to think this is just you, just being you, just trying to, look good in front of people or whatever, And it's I really struggled with that for a while, and God kind of helped me out of that.
Yeah.
He kind of told me, dude, if you focus on that shame, then basically what you're telling me is you're not going to trust me, you're going to trust yourself.
And I think it's cool. You're saying that you suffer with shame individually, and there's people who are trying to put more shame on you for trying to do the right thing.
For sure.
It's crazy.
For sure, man. And it's and another thing, another example is I smoked cigarettes for a long time, and I really did a lot into my Christian walk. And, honestly, I still want to a lot of times. I still struggle with it. I smoked cigarettes for a long time, and it was tough. And it's I've even had Christians tell me well, there's nothing wrong with it. Why do you need to quit? And it's because that's my conviction. I feel it separates me from what God has for me. But getting back on point is I would focus so much on if you can't even quit smoking cigarettes, then how are you gonna be this leader for God? You know what I mean? And it's like how are you gonna save people and spread the gospel if they see you out smoking? You can't even quit smoking cigarettes, you know? And that was tough, man. I really struggled with that for a while, and finally God was just like, dude, quit focusing on the sin and focus on me. I will deliver you from that. Yeah. Like my grace covers that, you know? And it's like one of the things that he really did for me was call me to come help out at the edge. Yeah. Like when he said that, like I just felt it. He was like, you need to go help out at the edge. You need to go help out with the kids. And I'm like, what? Yeah. Like me? For real? Like you want me to go talk to kids? Like I'm the worst person for that. And he's like, no.
He's pretty crazy though. He's crazy.
He's like, I want you to go and help the kids and tell them your story and try to lead them to me. And it's like, it took me a while to figure out like why. And now I see it's like, that's his grace, that's his love, that's his blood covering my past, using that brokenness to minister to other people. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's so important. And what he's saying, I hope you guys hear. There's a few different levels he walked through. There was a level of trying to, you know, commit to Jesus, which dealing with his own shame on an individual basis. Then there was this level of once I commit to Jesus, I'm dealing with my own shame. I'm trying to get out of that. Now people are making me feel ashamed for my decision, right? So there's another level of shame. And I heard Stephen Furtick say it like this. So I want to give credit to where credit is due. And it's so true because we've all been here. It's so different. Here's where shame really like hits. When God tells you to do something and you do it, great. If something goes wrong in that, you can easily say, you know, God didn't want this to happen. I'm going to step away. It's a heck of a lot different when you know you weren't supposed to do it. You do it anyway.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And then something bad happens. Now this saturation of guilt and shame hits you because you're like, I don't deserve anything good because I had good or shouldn't have had bad, and I didn't listen. So now you know what? It's my fault. The shame that hits a human psychologically at that moment is detrimental. And some people go into extreme depression and anxiety issues, and it's like, Jesus can heal you from that. The grace that empowers us to be healed and the grace that is given to us freely by the blood of the Lamb is so amazing. And so you don't have to walk in shame. So I know we did this, you know, live video today. It's, you know, it's one of those things to where we're just trying something out. But we really hope no matter what, that you can hear this and know that the shame that you're walking in can be redeemed through the power of the blood of Jesus, which through nature, grace allows us to be bought with the price so that we can be, it's the grace through faith. Do you believe more, like you were saying, do you believe more in your issue or do you believe more in your Jesus? I hope you guys got something from this today. Jesus over issue, Jesus over shame. All right? I love you. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye.